Feeling blue may be one of the symptoms of depression, and that's a really serious diagnosis. So let's try to figure out what it is that you're dealing with and how you can help yourself. First of all, try to describe as accurately as you can what you're feeling. This is very important. Start with describing your emotions. Subdued mood can manifest itself in many different ways: apathy, sadness, grief, dejection, hopelessness, sorrow. Those are just a few that fit this description. So try to pick an emotion that describes your condition most accurately at the moment. What are you feeling? Are your blues accompanied by any other emotions like anxiety or resentment? Is there a hue of guilt to your blues? Then, try to assess the intensity of your emotions. Use a 0 to 10 scale, where 0 means that you experience no emotions at the moment, and 10 means that you're going through extremely intense emotions. Then describe how your body feels. Are you feeling tense? In which part of your body? Maybe your body feels weak. How's your head feeling? Overwhelmed, or on the contrary, it seems empty? Are your hands shaking? Then describe your recent behavior. And not only what you do when you feel this way, but also think about what you'd like to do, but don't do it for some reason, because you have no strength to do it. Lastly, try to understand the context. Do you always feel blue, or only from time to time? Have the blues arisen because of some concrete situation, or without any reason? What intensifies your blues? Which situations, which thoughts, which worries? The more accurately you describe your reaction and context, the easier it will be to understand what is happening to you. So, to understand the difference between a full-blown depression and just subdued mood, let's consider this. Depression isn't just feeling down and blue for some period of time. For a condition to be classified as depression, it must satisfy these criteria: mood suppression, cognitive function suppression, suppression of willpower, and suppression of physical activities. In other words, we're talking about a suppression of mood together with suppression of life activities in general. It may be difficult for a depressed person to go about his regular day and to complete tasks that used to be easy before. And we're talking about all sectors of his life: his creative work, his job, home duties, intimate life. Everything becomes almost impossible to complete. It may seem impossible to get out of bed even. If this description fits your current state, if you've been feeling like this for at least 2 weeks, then the probability of depression is quite high. And the best thing to do in this case is to go to a therapist, because depression needs to be treated by a professional. However, it often happens that the symptoms aren't aggravated enough to be considered a depression. Such a person goes about his day in the usual manner. He goes to work, attends school, keeps his house clean, keeps himself clean, brings up his children, even has sex. And it may seem like he's doing okay, but everything he does has a touch of sadness. Nothing seems to bring expected joy. Sure, we have our lows, and sure, they pass, but a person that we're talking about cannot feel joy, or can he? It's really hard to tell, because even joy feels a little bit sad. And this is what melancholy feels like. It may accompany a person for as long as he can remember. He may even start to think that it's his character trait. And if you've been feeling like this, then your best bet is also to turn to a professional therapist, because aside from therapy, you will probably need some sort of medication to help you get out of the state. To see whether you need to go to a therapist or not, try to do a short test. Recall an unpleasant situation that happened recently and that was resolved to your own benefit. How did you recover from that? If you recovered easily, then your melancholy is probably just situational. And the first thing to do is to change your attitude towards the situation itself. Let's try to do it right now. Think about what happened. And then try to recall your first thoughts. What ticked you off? And most importantly, what did you expect? What did you think the situation should have resolved like? That should is really important because strict rules that cannot be fulfilled 100% often lead to us feeling sad. Now, try to argue with that should. Enter into a dialogue with yourself. Here's an example. You may think, I should be skinny. Now ask yourself, which facts speak for that should? Who said that you have to be skinny and cannot be anything else? Try to see if there's an alternative. Now, turn that I should be skinny into a I'd like to be skinny or I wouldn't like to be skinny, and see how different wording affects your mood. Let's consider another example. Your friends didn't invite you to their birthday party. Now try to compare two phrases. It shouldn't be like this. And I'd like it to be different. Can you describe the difference in your emotional state when you say, it shouldn't be like this, and when you say, I'd like the situation to have gone differently? Now, think about the reasons why the situation didn't go your way. Show a couple of alternatives. And try to answer this. Why does the situation have to go your way? It's important to use facts only and not to lean on your ideas, sensations, and fantasies. And as a bonus, here are 4 last must-dos in the case of feeling blue. The first thing is to get a healthy amount of sleep. The quality of your sleep has a direct influence on your mood. The second thing is to get enough physical activity. Our body needs cardio. The third thing to do is to spend more time outside. Go for a walk. Look around you. Nature is beautiful. Fourth thing is to add more light to your day. Take a walk during the day, and if the blues get to you during the fall and winter periods, then it may be time to light your house up with some powerful lamps. Visit a store. And now we wish you a pleasant remainder of your day, and we'll see you next time.